So this is a video to explain why I work with the Younger Futhark. I mean, the bottom line, the simplest answer is because it works. Probably the easiest explanation is because that's how my teacher was taught. I was taught by Sean Brassfield Thorpe. I moved to Orkney in 1999 specifically to learn from Sean. His teacher is Eva Hashfold, and the Hashfold family work with the Younger Futhark. So basically put, that's my lineage, that's how I was taught. The other sort of more clearer demonstration as to why the Younger Futhark is a really practical set of runes is because they all have this axis mundi, the channel or the line from heaven to earth. This is really powerful if you want to use the runes magically or shamanically. And also if you want to use the runes through body shape for either meditation or for deep connection to the runes, or indeed as the basis for any sort of martial training. So in the Elder Futhark, not all of the runes have this central axis. Some of the runes, it can be a little bit confusing. For example, in Vidar's rune, arguably we could say that we have two, and the same for the Baldur's rune or soul. But in essence, all of the runes can be made with the shape of the body, and they can all create this channel between heaven and earth. And it's quite a brief explanation, but that's basically where I am. If you'd like to know how I ended up moving from being a nursery teacher in Oxford to living in a remote Orkney Island learning rune magic, I do discuss that in my book, that journey. The other sort of question that I can bring in here that's super quick is, why do we work with double-sided runes? It's really simple. A classic rune reading is going to have three runes, and this isn't a rune reading, I'm just putting them there. One for the past, one for the present, and one for the future. If you have a set of runes where every rune is in your deck 3 times, it leaves space for the same rune to come up for the past, for the present, and for the future. That's it. Because sometimes our line or our energy is unchanged. Sometimes we need to know the intensity of a situation. And so it's just a very practical thing. It doesn't matter which rune is on the front or the back. What does matter is that the same rune isn't on the front and the back, because you are allowing the potential. If I'm working with a more traditional rune set where you've just got one set of runes and I've pulled Bjork or Frigg for the past, it blocks the true expression of the runes, because Bjork or Frigg can no longer now be present in the present moment or in the future. So it's really simple. It does mean that when you're picking the runes, you have to be really careful about deciding which side you are drawn to. So that's just a small nuance. I have worked, to be honest, with runes written on bits of paper when I've forgotten my rune deck, in which case I just write the Futhark out 3 times and cut it out and just have sort of slips of paper. So you don't have to have them on double-sided if you don't want to. But I feel it is really important that every rune can be present 3 times in a rune reading. So there we go.